How's the sun feel? It's like, oh! Is anybody here from the south? You guys from the south? Alright, so we're all kind of northern climate people. When these first rays of spring hit, it's like, oh! It feels so awesome. It's like, I feel like a plant, like a flower. I just want to open up, you know? So, you guys feel that? Anybody else feel that way?
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Well, good morning. I'm Michael. I'm a full-time naturalist here at Mohonk. Welcome to the Mohonk Geology Tour. This is the first day that this route is open. This is just a wonderful primer in an introduction into the geology of this area. There's just all the things I'm going to talk about: glacial polishing and striations and chatter marks, and all this stuff is all illustrated very clearly along here. So we'll be able to sort of get that school kind of science stuff out of the way, and then just cruise around and just appreciate the beauty, geologic beauty of this place. So if we could just go around and say your first name and where you're from, please.
Greg from Westport, Connecticut.
Hi, Greg.
Ben.
Hi, Ben. You with Greg?
Nancy. Emily. Connie from Oswego, New York. Andrea, also from Oswego.
Elaine, Stamford, Connecticut.
Lisa, Stamford, Connecticut. My son is Cameron from Oswego, New York.
Right on.
Connection.
So people ask me, there was a gentleman in the lobby a month or two back, and he said, "Excuse me, you're the naturalist here?" "Yes, sir. How can I help you?" "How long's that quarry been out there?" I was like, "Quarry? I've been running around these mountains for 35 years, and I like to, I work here. I'm the naturalist. I'm an interpreter. I like to think I know what I'm talking about." And I had missed the quarry. I never saw the quarry. So I was like, which quarry? He goes, that lake out there. It's like, oh, I could see why people would think that this is a quarry. And if you look at this, it's the cliffs are very angular in nature, and it looks like many of the quarries that you might have seen as a kid or when traveling. Quarries tend to be really square, angular cut fissures in bedrock. But this has never been quarried. What we're looking at here with Lake Mohonk is actually the remnant of an ancient fault. And I'm going to talk about that fault and its connection to the other geologic epochs of this area. But here you can see this is referred to as the labyrinth. Right across the lake here, going right through the base of the cliffs there, there's a little trail that kind of winds its way through the boulders. Has anybody done the labyrinth trail? You guys have done it? I wanted to take a geology tour in there, and I call up, my department, recreation department. It's like, hey, what's the deal in the labyrinth? Are you kidding? That won't be open till May. There's so much ice in there. I was like, get out of town. And just a couple of days ago, I stuck my face down in there. The ice is still so thick in there; it would be truly hazardous. So just a little bit about this rock here. As you can see, it's coarse quartz pebbles, and if you look at it closely, it's actually quartz pebbles welded in a matrix or a substrate of quartz sand. If we were to look at this rock with a magnifying glass, it would look like these big quartz pebbles, and the rock that it's embedded in, it's cemented into this underlying rock, would look like the finest, whitest beach sand you ever saw. So that means it's quartz in quartz, which makes it about 99% quartz. Quartz is, I think, number 7 on the Mohs scale. Talc being 0, or talc being 1, and diamond being 10. Quartz is around 7, I believe, or 7.5. So it's among some of the most hardest, hard rock on the planet. And that's a mouthful. And so this here, what we're standing on, is some of the hardest rock anywhere that we know of, and it's conglomerate rock. It's sedimentary rock. There's 3 types of rock. There's igneous rock that was molten and cooked, formed into granitic type rocks, and granite is what quartz and hornblende and mica schists and feldspars and porphyries and dolomites and all these other components of granite. So by definition, because this Shawangunk conglomerate is 99% quartz, it's among the hardest rock on the planet. And it's sitting on top of a bed of shale that's 12 to 13,000 feet thick. The conglomerate, we can see almost the entire layer from right here. The road, the trail going right along the edge of the lake there is right at the boundary layer. If we were to walk over there, we'd see shale, and we could stand like this on the shale and put our hand on the conglomerate, and we'd be spanning about 200 million years of geologic time just by doing this, right in that, we're right at the boundary layer, right here at Lake Mohonk. So I just wanted to lay a little foundation here, and these different elements are going to become much more clear as we hike around the lake. Okay? So right this way, right through the gates. How cool is that? You get to go through gates. Enter, if you dare, the Mohonk Geology Tour. I only lose about, I don't know what, 1-2 hikers a month.